What up, you guys? Demune here, and welcome back to Secret of Mana Remake, Part 2. In this video, we're going to be doing a little bit more exploring, more than anything else, I think. And so, the first thing I want to show you guys is we have a log. Now, in the original game, this didn't exist. However, they've made some improvements to the game's UI. And so whenever you see something, or whenever you come into the game and you say you've been gone for a couple days and you don't remember where you're at, you can come on over here to game log and it'll tell you exactly where you're at, where the story's going, and what you really need to do next. So let's check it out. Exiled from Potos Village, Randi follows Gemma's advice and heads towards the Water Palace to meet with Sage Luca. And you can see on the map where we're at now. If you're unfamiliar with the map, that's fine. It's not going to get any better, to be honest with you, as you can't really navigate it all too well. All you see is your icon, and that's about it. The other things that I want to show you today, we're doing a 100% run here. So the other side of this is trying to make sure that we have everything we need as we go through the game. And that's where this guide comes in and is very helpful. So we need to come in contact with over 46 characters here. As you can see, we've come in contact with, of course, Randi, our character, Gemma, and some townsfolk, and the shopkeeper and stuff like that. Monster-wise, we need 121 kills. We need to kill every monster in here at least once throughout this playthrough. So we won't be skipping anything, at least at the beginning. And it'll also show the bosses that you go through as well. So if we remember from the last episode, Mantis Ant here didn't get his way with us. And lastly, it'll show all the weapons we're going to come across. Now, we're not going to get 72 weapons. Instead, each weapon that we get, I think there's 9 of them, has 9 different variants of itself that we are going to come across. And those variants are important because they are attached to an achievement that's in the game that I'll explain a little bit more in depth later on. So anyways, like I said, we need to head over to the Water Palace so we can talk to this, we can interact with signs like this, and it kind of tells you Cannon Travel Center. All right, that's over here. We are not going to take that because I want to explore and I want to kill everything on the way. So we're just going to head south. We're going to take the long way so we can kind of explore and see some of the areas here. We got the Water Palace to the north, Potos Village back off east where we came, and then Kingdom of Pandora to the south. And I want to head down there just real quick. Nice critical strike right there. Just want to head down there real quick and kind of take a peep and see what's going on. So great. This is the Kingdom of Pandora right here. We just made it. You can see there's a guard guarding, you know.
Guarding the door.
You're not from our town. By order of the king, we can't allow outsiders in. Now, get moving.
Fantastic voice work right there. One of my favorites. So obviously, we're not going to be able to get in here. So we've already killed all these monsters. We don't necessarily have to kill them again, which I'll be doing, which I won't be doing, I should say. Use that little duck right there to skip on up. We're going back north where we came from, as we're going to head over to the Water Palace. So in the previous episode, we saw that we were banished from Potos Village, our childhood home, essentially. We've been there all of our life. We don't remember anything before that. So, being banished from there because we plucked the sword out of the stone and have created all these monsters. Like this forest, before I did all of that, didn't have any of these monsters here. These all just started appearing because I tore the sword from the stone. Because Amanda was just so weak, apparently. So over here, we see, welcome to Neko's, or Neko. I say Neko because I've just been saying it since I was, gosh, I don't know how old I was when I started playing the game. 8 years old, maybe? Let's go ahead and check it out. So this place right here, you'll notice it has an inn and it has items here. This is Neko's. Neko is basically like a traveling salesman, if you want to call it that.
Welcome to Neko's. Do you need anything?
Neko's. Nekos. I'm gonna call him Neko. That's what I'm used to. Let's see what he's got.
Oh, you're interested. What'll it be?
So he offers you to be able to stay, or you can shop.
Perfectly priced items available.
So Neko here always has a very wide selection of items to buy. Like, good lord. Some of this is like almost endgame stuff. So we're not going to purchase anything from him if we can help it. Just because the thing about Neko...
Anything else? Anything else?
Nope.
Be seeing you.
You got it, man. The thing about Neko is that he will be traveling with you throughout the journey here. His prices are much more expensive, and I think that's by design just because of the convenience that he offers. So it's kind of like, pick your poison. Do I really need this item now? Or can I go back to town later on and find it at cheaper from in town from a local salesman kind of thing? So do with that what you will. I'm going to try to save as much gold as possible just because we've got a lot of items to buy, and those items get ridiculously expensive, and that's another reason why I don't mind doing some grinds, even though this is probably not the most efficient manner, but it is what it is. So we're heading north here into the Water Palace, and we see 4 soldiers with looks to be a captain, maybe a captain, lieutenant, let's see.
There's a shortcut warp that leads straight to the witch, but you need a whip to cross this chasm.
That's our leader, Major Dyluck. He's young, but no one doubts his skills. He knows how dangerous this mission is, but I've never seen the Major waver.
Major. So, I always forget that.
Major Dyluck, sir. All set.
Understood. Stay focused, men. Let's move out!
And they took off over here. Looks like there's a portal. Let's check this out. Oh! I don't remember you being able to shoot me from that far. Alright, so it looks like this is the chasm that they were talking about. Obviously, we're not going to get over there right now, but that will change as we progress. Let's take the portal back and go ahead and see Luca and Gemma.
Uh-oh. Where's Luca? I guess I'll ask that girl over there. Hey, where do I find Luca?
Mind your manners. It's nice to see you again, Sage Luca.
You're very welcome.
Wait, you mean this little girl is 200 years old?
Right here, where you have the chance to talk to either of them, I believe Gemma's the one that moves the conversation forward. But we'll talk to Luca first.
Oh, so you're the one who found the mana sword. Fascinating.
That wasn't a backhanded comment, I swear.
Luca, monsters have started invading villages. This young boy just fought one himself.
You underestimate my intelligence. World news flows into this palace with the water's own currents. Mana grows ever weaker. That could explain how this child was able to take the sword from its place of rest. His actions caused the balance of mana in this area to shift. Beasts are now rampaging across the land again. Evil in the world is working to seal away the power of the mana sword forever. By defeating monsters and obtaining their orbs, you can reforge and restore the sword's mana power.
So like when we defeated the mana Antis before, we got a sword's orb. That's the orb we're talking about, where we can power up our weapons and make them stronger.
It looks like your sword regained some power from vanquishing the mantis ant. There are more hidden orbs with the mana power to revive the sword. You must find them.
That's just what I said, Luca. Thanks a lot. Alright, and looks like we can talk again.
I was once one of Sage Luca's pupils. I studied how mana sustains our entire world, and how it's been slowly fading away.
Alright, and now to Luca.
Gemma, I want you to keep an eye on the Empire. It seeks the Mana Fortress's power.
Fortress? Like the one that destroys the world in that fairy tale?
This is no fairy tale. We're talking about the real Mana Fortress, and the Empire that wants its power.
Now, time out here for a second. This line, back when I was a kid, alright? Gemma would say, "That's no fairy tale." I think that's the original translation, is how he said it. That's no fairy tale. In my mind, because you had to read everything, voice acting wasn't a thing, I always thought of Gemma as having this little twang to him or whatever, and I'm going to murder it right here, but I need to share this. Whenever he would say, "That's no fairy tale," I always thought it would come out, it came across as something like, "That's no fairy tale!" Like, just totally doesn't fit his demeanor here, but whenever in sprite form in 1993, I think it was a little bit better than... My mind can come to that conclusion, if you will.
The Empire will try to break the seals on the mana seeds in each palace. I've already caught some Empire spies snooping around my own palace.
There are strange reports coming in from Pandora. Could the Empire be involved?
I do not know. Gemma, you should request an audience with the king and tell him to be wary of the Empire.
Understood. I'll leave now. Head for the cave in Gaia's navel. There's a dwarf blacksmith that lives in the area. Dwarves are known for their weapon-making skills. You should see if they can reforge the sword. As the sword becomes more powerful, your skills will improve, and you'll learn more abilities.
What frightens you so? Eons ago, the ancients used their war machine, the Mana Fortress, in a final battle against the gods. It's not a fairy tale like you were told as a child. As the battle raged and the world reached its end, a hero came with a sword and saved us all. The few who remained rebuilt the world, hoping to protect mana from those who would abuse it. You wield the legendary Mana Sword, but its power has faded. Now it's hardly better than a normal weapon. It used the last of its power to choose a new master.
But
Why me?
why did it pick me?
I don't have that answer, but you drew the sword, and now it's your responsibility to restore its power.
No.
If the Empire restores the fortress, they'll drain the world of mana power. You must restore the Mana Sword to full power before then, or the world will be destroyed.
So where do I fit in?
You must become a hero who is worthy of the sword.
Okay.
Come, hold the sword up to the seed on the altar.
What happened?
The seed and the sword have now synchronized with each other. Now no matter where you are in the world, this mana seed can grant power to your mana sword. You found one of the 8 palaces. Now you must visit the others and obtain the powers of their seeds. I worry about you out in the world with only a rusted sword. Take this spear I imbued with holy water.
Obtained spear.
Use it along with the mana sword, and it too will regain its true power. I'll heal you. Would you like to save the game?
Sure, why not?
First, take Gemma's advice and head to Gaia's Navel. There you can find the underground palace. To reach Gaia's Navel, head south through the Kingdom of Pandora.
So, much like with the game log, you can also talk with Luca, and she'll kind of give you a hint at where you need to go next, in case you ever get lost. So that's a big lore dump right there that's going on. And of course, we can walk up here and resynchronize. It doesn't really do anything, but it's a nice little RP. So that's a lot of information that they kind of just dumped on your chest there, so to speak. So we're looking at becoming a hero worthy of wielding the mana sword. And that our sword is just a fraction of what it could be right now. And then also, it looks like there's a country or something like that called the Empire. I guess their name wasn't really important to the story. Just know that they're in the Empire and that they are the bad guys. And so, looks like they're starting to attack the temples throughout this world. I guess I'm doing a little bit more damage after getting that mana. The mana seed synchronized with me. I've never been able to tell before if it did or didn't, so it's kind of nice to see a little bit bigger of a number there. Very good, very good.
Oh no! A goblin!
Goblins! Oh, the goblins got me. Look like cats more than goblins.
Ow!
And they're cooking me alive.
You, do not move. Stay still. Very lucky human. You will be main dish tonight.
No! Let me go!
Delicious human. Very lucky. Dancing has begun. I join in.
And they're gone. Good deal.
Hey, you there! What are you doing here, you idiot?
Please help me!
Shh, quiet. Come on, let's get out of here.
I owe you my life. What are you doing here?
I'm looking for someone. I saw you being taken away and thought for a second you might be him. I got the wrong guy, though. What a waste of time.
Hey, wait a minute!
Just kidding. Look, I'm in a hurry. Go back to your village, kid.
Hey, wait! I didn't even get to ask her name.
Alright, so we just got saved by a mysterious blonde-headed girl. Feeling really good about ourselves right now. Confidence is an all-time high. But anyways, she's going to become a little bit more important to us later on. There we are, level 5. Nice. Yes, yes, all according to plan. Why won't you die? Alright. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to head over to Pandora now. I'm not sure if the map will show us. Yeah. Map's not really going to show you what's going on. But anyways, Sage Luca informs Randi that mana power is weakening. throughout the world, causing monsters to become violent. Through the Vandal Empire, there's their name. I have never ever seen that before. Though the Vandal Empire has turned its attention to the Kingdom of Pandora, first, Randi must find the dwarf blacksmith to reforge the mana sword. And so, Randi heads towards the caves of Gaia's novel. Alright, so there's their name. Look, I'm learning. Maybe I'm not qualified to be doing a video series like this after all. Oh, look, the guard has opened up. So, when we get here, you can hear that music playing on the background. That kind of signifies that there's something wrong. There's something off. Something's not quite right, and our assistance could possibly be used to better the region.
This is the Kingdom of Pandora. I was told to let you pass when you arrived. Sir Gemma's whereabouts? He has come from Tasnica to meet with our king. I believe he's in the castle now. Oh, just a warning, I wouldn't try to talk to the people in town if I were you.
Okay. So yeah, this person seems like he's kind of a zombie. Just doesn't have anything to say. Alright. Alright. Good enough. Alright, so you might get a little lost here. This town is much bigger than Potos Village. So on the top right-hand side of the screen here, you see the mini-map. This mini-map will be very useful in kind of navigating the areas of the game. What I like about it, it is essentially using the old pixel art from the original game. Now, some art aspects have changed a little bit, it looks like, but for the most part, it looks like the original game from the Super Nintendo, which I love. I just love it.
My dad is infuriating. I'm in charge of my life, not him.
You'll have to forgive the voice acting.
Oh, right. You're that dummy I saved earlier. Sorry about before. Huh. Is that a sword? I didn't know you were a swordsman.
Yeah.
What, this? No, I'm actually...
This is perfect. Now's your chance to pay me back for saving you. I need your help. We need to teach that witch a lesson. We're going to save Dyluck.
But I have to go to the underground palace.
Save that for later. Come on, let's go. Whatever your name is.
What's your name?
Oh, you can call me...
Alright, so you have the option to also name this character. We are just going to keep her as Prim. That is her natural name, so we're just going to keep it at that and not put any confusion as to, like, me calling her, you know, a female wrestler name or something, like Rhea Ripley or something.
Sure, let's go with that.
Okay. Let's go in this room that you were not wanting to be in, shall we?
What are you doing?
I hate you, Dad! This place is no longer my home. I'm never coming back.
Oh, rawr. Alright.
You're here. I suppose you've seen the state of the townspeople, yes?
Sure have. They suck.
The Witch Elinee appears to be draining people's life energy for some unknown purpose. Once their energy is spent, the people seem to congregate near the ruins in the southern part of town. I'm heading there now to assess the situation. You should go to Gaia's navel as fast as possible.
Okay.
You say you were expelled from your village? Unfortunately, this realm has problems of its own. It would be best if you took your leave of this country as soon as you can.
What a nightmare. My people are acting like zombies, and I have no idea when the Empire might strike. My scouts say the troops I sent to fight the witch at Elman's suggestion were soundly defeated.
What? You mean my dad is the reason Dyluck was ordered to attack the witch's castle? This whole mess was a cowardly plot to drive Dyluck and me apart!
Watch your tongue!
You want to silence me? Fine, let's go.
So much attitude. Don't drag me into your drama. Damn. Anyways, let's get out of here. Oh, as you can see, there was an older woman, a younger older woman, that was here, no longer here. So, more and more of the townspeople are missing. They're just turning into zombies. We need to figure out what's going on. And if the witch has something to do with this, then we got our work cut out for us. Alrighty. So like I said, this episode we're doing more or less, we're just kind of exploring. We're not going to be doing too much. Just picked up Prim. She wants us to go and fight the witch Elinee in the haunted forest. That is not necessarily possible at this time. So a couple things are going to happen here. Either you go and you help her in the forest, and then we all figure out that we can't make it in the forest because we need certain items from Gaia's novel. Or you can go ahead and go to Gaia's novel. She will leave you. There's no getting away from that. And then we just go in and we continue the story through there. We will eventually get her back, and that is what we're going to do. Let's see. But
You staying? Help yourself to a bed.
oh, thanks.
Hang on. That'll be 10 GP.
No. But we are going to save the game here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this episode off at this point. And we will pick up from here, and we will go ahead and start heading towards Gaia's novel and continue forth. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see ya.